Hello everybody, welcome back. Today it is one of my favorite times of year. We're going to be talking about all of my top picks and beauty favorites for the Sephora sale. Now this happens twice a year. I usually film this video twice a year. This year it also just happens to lie on the perfect end of the month and therefore we can discuss my beauty favorites at length here today because we have a lot of good products, a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things that I'm loving, some switch ups that we've had in our everyday makeup routine, and also a lot of the like skincare and hair care products and just general beauty refills that I always purchase and partaketh in during the Sephora sale, because obviously depending on what tier you are at Sephora determines what level your discount is. I am taking every advantage of that 20% off, baby, as I do every year, especially because the Sephora sales always line up with the giveaways that we do over Everyday May and Landmiss. So you best believe we're Landmiss planning knee deep in it and we're planning the giveaways. And yeah, I do some heavy spending during this time. So let me show you a few of the things I'm going to be picking up and also a few of my beauty favorites and empties that I've used up over the last month. So the usual suspects are always here. Some of my skincare favorites that I pick up every single time. The Caudalie cleansing oil, always. This is my constant favorite and I'm actually almost out of this, so the timing couldn't be more perfect. I always refill this. It's the only cleansing oil I've really ever used. I always do a little double cleanse. I remove everything with the cleansing oil, get it all juicy, wash my face after. It's the perfect combo. Speaking of washing my face, my Glow Recipe Avocado Cleanser, another product that I always repurchase, and I would have absolutely picked this up during the sale if they hadn't just sent me a refill, so that was very kind. Thank you so much, Glow Recipe. This has been constant love. It's so good, so great for sensitive skin. If you're like me and you're very easily bothered and stripped by a lot of cleansers, this is so creamy. It smells delicious. Also, I just love this color of green. It's so cute to look at, so always have this on hand, always have a refill. Then another empty that I literally just hit. This is my Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. I have a few night creams that I do on rotation, and it kind of depends on the season. It depends what my skin is looking like. Sometimes I just go heavy with my retinoids, pour that all over my face. Sometimes I use a mask, sometimes I just use a regular cream, but I would say this is actually my more like juicy hydrating one. So especially going into these colder months, heading into winter, I absolutely am stocking up on this. It is so expensive, but it's so good. I don't know what is in here, but I've got like 2 nights left in this thing and I'm upset about it because at the time of me filling it, I still have a few more days until the Sephora sale rolls around, but I'm waiting to get that 20% off because it's just divine. This and the Kissu lip mask from Tatcha, I buy almost every single time the Sephora sale rolls around. I might even buy a backup of a backup, truly. If you've never had the pleasure of trying that mask, it is juicy heaven. Sorry, it's not a mask, but in my brain it's a mask because it's just so, it's like just like a thick serum that you put on your face and it's beautiful. Anyway, I just wanted to mention again that I'm so thrilled that Dew is now available on Sephora Canada. I buy this regardless. Anytime that I've been in the States, I've stocked up on it. I recently sent their PR, which was very kind. When they did launch in Canada and they sent the small tube, I'm gonna be going and buying the big tube and the small tube because this one's fantastic for travel, but I go through this way too quickly. It is a gorgeous day cream. It literally makes your face look wet. It is so beautiful. It's fragrance free, but it does have a wild smell. But that means it's really good for sensitive skin. So it smells like the ingredients and not like fluff that break us out and give us hives. So thrilled that they're in Canada. Thrilled. Will be restocking. Another empty that has tragically happened. This is the Necessaire body lotion. This one is also fragrance free, and this is just, listen, I've got very sensitive skin and I'm also allergic to my cat whom I live with. So I'm just kind of always in a state of fight or flight, inflammation, scratch, death on my skin, and things irritate it very easily. And so if I can use things like this that are fragrance free when I'm soaking my skin in it, because my skin's so dry, I have to use body lotion. But like many thick creams on the market, this has happened a lot. It reaches the point where it stops pumping and you just physically have to like scrape it out and bash it out of the packaging because it's just no longer, there's so much left on the sides. But you can't pump it out. It drives me absolutely mad. But there's still a little bit left in here. I'm making my way through, but I've been keeping it sideways on my counter so I can just like shake it out every time I get out of the shower. So this is the current state of my Necessaire body lotion, but otherwise it's very, very pretty on the counter and the product is incredible. So I'll be restocking on my body favorites too. Just really quickly, speaking of fragrance, I didn't put any fragrances here, but I'm gonna take like all of these favorites and put them on a little, I use like the little shop my storefront kind of vibes where you can just have everything visually laid out. So my usual suspects remain for all of my fragrance favorites: the Tom Ford Umber Leather, Malin and Getz Leather. We've got the replica by the fireplace Ugh, you know those like warmer wintry scents? There's a lot of scents that I also love that aren't available on Sephora. So I'll just put all my favorites on there for a little list for you if you wanted to see the whole thing. But I also did post a little short video on my Instagram and my TikTok, also talking through all of my fragrance favorites. So I'll list a few below, make that little page. And Meryl apparently has feelings about that. I'll never get over her screaming at me in that recent video. That was so funny. I'm also including my little Caudalie grape spray here, which I actually have full sizes of these all around the house. They are on every counter, they're in every bathroom, and I just love to spritz a spray like this on my face throughout the day. I just always do, I always have. This is one of the first things, like earliest things that I ever featured in my YouTube videos, like 12 years strong, love with this spray. I love it so much. And I also love to keep my travel sizes on hand. And this is obviously something that I can't refill, which is too bad. But I mean, there's a lot of sprays that I use in my daily routines. So I usually pick up another travel size one because I love to keep these in my travel bags. So we'll definitely be getting that. And then speaking of that, little segue into the hair products, because again, with 20% off, you best believe that I'm stocking up on some of my travel size things. I was actually trying to make a goal for myself to not buy travel size things as much and really utilize refills and just filling up some generic travel size containers. But with, oh, my hair is all over that, sorry. These ones that I can't refill, I do travel a lot and I need to do my hair while I'm away. So I always restock my little sprays. Some hairspray, my texturizing sprays, delicious. This living proof hairspray. I have different hairsprays. This is gonna make me sound crazy, isn't it? But this is a very light hairspray. So I use this when I do hair days like my blowout and I really want that soft, touchable hold to my hair. But then I have my like hardcore, you know, like the Tresemme extra hold, like glue. Those are different. I use those sprays for my slick back buns. This is just, she's just like a delicate little softie and it's for different things. So I always have this one. My full size is also almost empty. Wow, the timing couldn't be more perfect. It's like Sephora knew. They planned their sales dates for me exclusively. Yeah, always have this one on the go in my hair care routine. Delicious. I'm actually also quite stocked up on my hair masks, but there's a few hair masks that I love. I always have an Amica one. I love their various versions of it. I also have the Gizu one that's very luxe and lovely. Moroccan oil, I had just bought one, a little travel size that's super nice. Yeah, lots of hydration going on, but one product that I always buy as well. This is the Kerastase Chroma Absolute. It's beautiful. It's a little like, I mean, I call it, it's like a leave-in conditioner, okay? But it is an anti-frizz, antioxidant, thermic serum. So it makes my hair feel hydrated and delicious, but I love the smell. I'm addicted to the smell. In my hair, it just, delicious. The Kerastase stuff is expensive, so I'm gonna utilize that 20% off. So those are some of the skincare and hair care products, my current favorites, the current things that I'm having and loving in my rotation, and also quite a few empties that I'm gonna be restocking for sure. It's also self-explanatory, I mention it every time, but obviously it's a great time to buy some gifts if you do that thing, if you participate in any holiday gifting, it's nice to save a couple dollars. Also to buy like the big ticket items, this is also a time where I usually use that discount to buy some of the bigger tools, so for myself, for my family members, or if we're including them in giveaways like the T3 curling iron that I live in, any of the Dyson hair tools, like getting 20% off on those is pretty significant. So if I'm buying it, it's gonna be now. Then let's chat about some beauty favorites. There have been so many products that I have consistently loved and kept in my everyday rotation. I had unfortunately recently restocked a few empties that I was out of, but I did a whole video of like getting rid of my entire makeup collection. We've really whittled down to the bitter bottom of all of my favorites. And I feel like the roundup in the lineup has been so good, yet at the same time, there's still so many favorites. So I went through and kind of imagined myself creating like my everyday makeup bag and what my top picks would be. So I wanted to show you a few of the Sephora makeup favorites that I'm loving. Obviously, there's lots of things that I love that aren't sold at Sephora too. Looking at you, Lisa Eldridge, KJH. We love you. Now for my base product. If I had to choose one, going into dry winter skin, if I had to choose one base, naturally it's gonna be the Haus Labs foundation. I've got this in multiple colors. It is so good. It's the foundation I'm wearing right now. Basically, my rotation right now is the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint for a lighter base day, and then if I want more coverage, I'm going for this. It is magical, worth every penny. My skin has never been happier and looked better using this lineup of everyday glowing things. It's natural, it's dewy, it wears so well throughout the day, and if I lost my entire collection, this is what I would sprint out to go buy at Sephora. This would be the one. That is my top recommendation if you're looking for a new base to try going into the winter, and the same can be said for for the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. I also have this in multiple colors. I have a few other concealers that I obviously have used and that I have loved and that work so well, but for a day-to-day reach for can't be without, the Serum Concealer is magical. It's another product that's made specifically like for people with sensitive skin, and it wears so beautifully. And I love the undertones. That's actually one thing with the Haus Labs and also this Tower 28 Serum Concealer. They have really nice shades in their products, and they have true neutral undertones. So even when I'm my most pale going into the winter, they've got pale shades for us, which is a beautiful, magical thing. So we love her. Love that combination. Chef's kiss. I also just realized I forgot to grab my Makeup by Mario bronzer, my Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, but you guys know how much I use and love this. I also just repurchased this because I was totally out, and I don't know how many I've used up at this point, but it's gorgeous. I get the shade light medium, and that's very important to note because the lighter shade is very, very warm. No good for us pale people. The other two products I had also recently restocked, and I wish I could have just waited. They saved 20%, but the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and also the setting powder. Always on rotation. It's funny that I love these ones so much because they're also just like pumped with fragrance, so I don't know why these don't bother me. I wonder if I actually removed these out of my makeup lineup, if I would just never have any skin problems at all. If I just went like totally sensitive skin, fragrance-free vibes on my face. Maybe I'll try that for a week at some point. We'll see. Until then, these are beautiful and they just wear so nicely on my skin. I also always have my Makeup by Mario loose powder, which is gorgeous, and I use that when I'm getting like more dressed up or doing my event makeup or want my makeup to last like really intensely. But just for my day-to-day, I just use a little bit of powder, a little bit of the pressed powder around the center of my face, and I'm usually good to go. Now, I need to talk to you about Nude Sticks Bareback. Guys, I'm so devastated. It's good news and bad news. Good news is they're not discontinuing this, okay? I've had so many of you messaging me about this because it's been sold out for a long time. I felt so badly. I replied to someone who had messaged me about it, and I was like, oh, you can get it on the Nude Sticks website. No, it's sold out everywhere. I'm actually traveling coming up, and I'm gonna be on the hunt for this. I need to find it somewhere, but currently on their website, on Sephora, it's sold out. And I'm so upset by this because I'm totally out. This is my last little spin, and if you didn't know, if you're new here, hello, this is my favorite blush of all time. This is my wedding blush. It's the perfect light, pinky, nude, neutral, looks good with anything. Whether I have anything on my face or not, this is my perfect shade of blush. Have I found an equivalent? No. And it won't be restocked for many, many months is the confirmation that I got, which is very, very sad. That's what I'm gonna be buying. I'm gonna be finding a substitute in the meantime. Until Bareback comes back, I need to find something else because they do have their stacks, which is beautiful, but that's a matte finish. I mean, this is technically matte too. This is technically their Nudies matte, but it's like a glowy matte. It's never truly been matte. The stacks is like powder matte. We need to find a dupe. So expect to be seeing that coming up. The closest one that I have in my collection is my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer blushes. These are gorgeous. They have kind of a whole range of like neutrally pink shades. This one in particular is La Piscine, which right now off the top of my head, I can't remember if this is the one that they switched up, but I do think that they did a little rejig of the shades, and this might not be the one. Whatever, we'll go in store. We'll do a little shop. That's what I'm gonna be looking for, is a good neutral everyday blush, because guys, we did it. We used up Bareback. Now we gotta find an equivalent. So until then, this is the one that I have. Gorgeous, but Nude Sticks. Whatever that. Really quickly, I wanted to mention some tools. I have a lot of brushes and things. I'm very passionate about my brushes, but a lot of them aren't sold at Sephora. So the ones that are these two. My IT Cosmetics number 7 brush, always the little dual-ended one. I use this for all of my bases, foundations, and tints and whatnot. Then the Morphe Makeup by Ariel brush, the A14 brush. This is, I mean, I've already bought a backup of this because I use them for concealer and powder. Look at that. Look at the state of this handle. So much use, so much love, so good, so fluffy. These are my favorites. That plus a beauty blender, I always have in my collection. Use them every day. Now for brows, I fill my brows in every day, and sadly the Valentino Brow Trio is no longer sold at Sephora Canada. It's such a bizarre thing. Just Valentino Beauty was just removed. Goodbye. So thank you so much to Anastasia Beverly Hills for coming out with their Micro Stroke Brow Pen. Because though it's not a trio and it doesn't come with a pencil, the pen is also beautifully finely tipped, and it just draws on those hairs so perfectly. So if you love a light, fluffy, feathery, natural brow, you're gonna love this. And that's new at Sephora as well. And then just like the brow gel that I kind of just always have with me, even if I'm using the more like brow freezy lamination style, I always have a Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I feel like this is just the GOAT, the OG, a good old classic clear brow gel I use every day. Even if I don't fill in my brows, I always put brow gel in because I just like my brows to be lifted and happy looking. Mascara, if you had to like hold me down, tie me, and make me choose one mascara currently at this phase in my life, Lancome Hypnose Mascara in brown. This is the one. I can't get enough. It's so good. Runner-ups would be Tower 28, YSL Lash Clash. I mean, there's many mascaras that I love, but this is just the one that I am using and loving. And will I buy a backup? Yes. Cream eyeshadow, Armani 22M. These eye tints, if you are looking for an eye product that you'll never quit. Once you try this, you're gonna be like, oh, I never need another eye product again, because that's pretty much what happened to me. I use this, I try other things, and I'm like, that's fine, and then I come back to this every single time. The color is perfect. They have a deeper brown, which is beautiful too. They have some shimmeries, but this 22M, oh, it's just perfection. It's perfect. If you're not a big eyeshadow wearer, but you always like to put a little swipe of something, a little one wash wonder of something, this is the one. It does not crease. It doesn't crease. It lasts all day. There are so many beautiful cream eyeshadows that I've tried, but they crease horrifically. I actually use this one so much that sometimes when I try other cream eyeshadows and they crease, I'm like, oh, what has happened? What is happening to my face? Like it doesn't. It's perfect. If they ever discontinue this or change this, I actually don't know what I'll do. Dramatic, I know, but it's how I feel. As far as eyeshadow palettes go, the eyeshadow palette narrowing down is getting easier and easier because I've removed so many from my makeup collection. Obviously, there's been some beautiful ones that have come out. Even Makeup and Mario has released some new palettes, but I'm kind of just like, listen, I'm just not a big eyeshadow wearing girl. So if I had to choose one, it would be the Makeup and Mario Master Mattes, the neutrals. This is the more cool toned version that they have. They also have the warmer version, but as far as my everyday makeup, and again, especially going into the fall and winter, this is just, it's perfect. It has everything that you need. They blend out beautifully. It's so nice and small and easy for travel and fitting in your everyday makeup bag. And the shades in here plus this, I've got everything I need. Truly. Now I feel like all of that was so easy. It was so easy for me to do that roundup. Like here's my favorites. Here's the things I use every day. Where I simply can't narrow it down is when it comes to the lip products. There are so many lip products that I love. I literally stare at my everyday makeup collection and it's like half of the drawer is everything and then the other half is lip products. Like it's just what I wear. It's what I love to play with. It's what I love to rotate. I love lip products, so it's very hard for me to narrow this down, but I did my best just in terms of like current favorites, maybe going into the fall and winter, what I'm gonna be wearing a lot of. I really did try to narrow it down for you. These are my top picks. We're gonna start with lip liners. This was a fun new discovery, actually. I discovered this while filming the sweet little Revolve video. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in Muted Mauve. Now, not an exact dupe for NYX Nude Beige, as nothing on this planet ever will be, but I really like the color. I actually filmed my little Victoria's Secret video and I regretted the lip I chose because I used the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine lip liner and I watched the footage back and I'm like, everything was so nice until I put that on. Sometimes there's just lip liners that are too warm for me and at this point I've accepted it. I don't like it on me. There's a place for it always depending on what else I'm wearing on my face, but I just like the cooler tones. So Muted Mauve is one of those. The formula of this, beautiful. I love a classic pencil. It's just my preferred lip liner for every day. And this is it next to NYX Nude Beige. So this is Muted Mauve. There's NYX Nude Beige. You can see that Nude Beige, it's just a little bit more cool tone, which is why she's perfect. But in comparison to a lot of the lip liners that I have, the more warmer ones, the ones that pull more beige and warm, the Muted Mauve, very pretty. New formula that I hadn't tried before, so I was really excited about that. Then the lip liner I'm wearing right now, what is the state of my lips? They're okay, that's nice. Merit Bespoke. I don't talk about this enough, but it's actually a lip liner that I do wear so much. And the reason why it's not like my tippity top favorite of all time is because it isn't a classic pencil. Like if this was in a pencil form, it would be perfect. But it's in that very, very creamy formula. So it's so pretty and I love it when I put it on. I'm like, gorgeous. But it's just not as long lasting. So whenever I wear a product like this, I just need to be aware that I'm gonna have to touch up my lips throughout the day, which I have no problem with. I love applying a fresh layer and I love my juicy, glossy lips. So right now I'm wearing the Merit Bespoke and also the Bobbi Brown Bare Lilac, which is one of my favorite lip glosses of all time. It's just, it's purple. It's so pretty. It's so brightening and fresh on the lips. Oh, it's just gorgeous, juicy. It's like like an icy little glossy lip. But Merit Bespoke, this is really slept on. And this is my liner of choice. Like if I were to recommend a lip liner for you right now, this is the one I would be like, yes, go get this one. So pretty. You know what I should pull out is their Stockholm blush. I do have that in my collection. That just might have to replace our go-to pink. The other thing that I've just been loving and I've been talking about quite a bit, I feel like I've been talking about it a lot, maybe not enough. What I've been doing a lot of the days instead of applying my lip liner is putting on a lip stain, and Huda Beauty just beautifully combined those two things. They made a lip liner, lip stain. This is the contour lip stain. I have the shade Soft Nude and also Toasty Brown. Is this gonna stain my hands though if I put this on? I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how long these are gonna last. Like I haven't had them long enough to wait for like a dry out period. So if it happens to be in stock during the Sephora sale, which I'd be shocked if it was because I waited for this for so long to come back, but I might buy another Soft Nude. I know that I had previously said that I like Toasty Brown, which is true, but in the last like week or so, which is clearly life defining, I've been reaching more for the Soft Nude. So I mean, both of them, different vibes. Here's Toasty Brown, this is Soft Nude. So beautiful. And applying this like a lip liner and not having to worry about it, not having to touch it up, brilliant. I live, laugh, love a lip stain. Another lip stain, obviously, like you guys know, I love my Victoria Beckham lip stains. They will forever be favorites. Bisou rules my roost. But the Benetint from Benefit, the good old classic, literally the OG. They came out with new shades of these. This one in particular is one of the new shades. This is Dark Cherry, and it's just, you know, it's so funny. Someone messaged me and was like, oh, I'm so sad. Dark Cherry looks so brown on me. And I honestly had a heart attack. So I was like, what if I've been using the wrong one? Like I have the other Benetint too, but like I even just quintuple checked. It's Dark Cherry. I've worn this so much. I've showed it in so many videos, but it's like a true wine stain on the lips. That paired with a little lip liner, like a little bespoke, ugh, it's perfect. And I always love my everyday makeup to be easy, so just putting on a lip stain, having it last all day, it's so good. I will say that what I do with this is I apply it to the center of my lips, and then I always sacrifice a brush. I mean, I permanently sacrificed one of my eyeshadow brushes. It's now my Benetint brush, and I just apply this in the middle and then blend it out with a brush, and it looks so good every time. And then you never apply too much. She's gorgeous. Another matte offering that I've talked about endlessly as well. This is the Violette Bisou Balm Sheer Matte Lipstick. This one in particular is Bonbon Myrtille. Am I pronouncing that right? It's kind of like their purpley lipstick. And this just, again, I'll say it again, if you loved the good old OG version of the Glossier Jam lipstick, this is the one. This is her reincarnated, but with a new and improved updated formula. It's just this sheer purpley wash of color. Also wears beautifully, not quite as long lasting as a stain obviously, but oh, she's gorgeous and I wear her so much. Top pick if you're looking for something matte. I kind of like a semi-matte. I love those sheer matte washes of color on the lips. I think it's just so much more natural and lived in feeling. Clinique Black Honey. This has been around since the dawn of time, and going into the fall and winter, I feel like this is just something that I'm probably going to be reaching more and more for because it's a sheer wash of color, but it's super, super hydrating on the lips. If you have pale skin, if you have green eyes, this is like the perfect everyday lipstick for you. And there's gonna be those days coming up in the winter time where your lips are just like peeling off. You're so dry and you're just like, ugh, nothing will save me. But whether or not you have makeup on, even if your lips are peeling away, put a little bit of that on. It just gives a little bit of life to the lips without feeling overdone at all. It's gorgeous. Then I wanted to mention just like a little, not that all of these aren't like splurgy and makeup is all ridiculously expensive these days, but I did just want to mention just one of my like vices in life for whatever reason. I can part with many things, but my YSL lipsticks are not one of them. There's something about these that just scream luxury to me, and I always, no matter what, I'm suckered into any of their new launches. When it comes to their lipsticks, whatever this signature scent is, it just holds so much nostalgia for me. It's one of the earlier like splurgier purchases that I made in the makeup world, and they are just the epitome of luxury to me. So if I were looking for like a gift, I'd buy one of their like limited edition holiday bedazzled packages for sure. Not for myself because we don't need it. We've stopped buying limited edition packaging, but if I were buying gifts, this would be it. They have shades for everybody. This one in particular is the shade 207. It's like slightly more reddy than the Clinique Black Honey, but same kind of vibe, just like that sheer wash of color. Oh, they're gorgeous. Also their shade 44, which is their classic nude. Any of the YSL lip products. I get angry actually sometimes when I think about the Tintin oil. That was one of the most perfect lip products of all time, and I can't believe they discontinued it. Like, why wasn't that made? What happened with the formula for them to have not made that permanent? And last but not least, my pink lip glosses of choice. I'm pretty much like 2026, I'm banning myself from buying any more pink lip glosses because I have so many in my collection. And if I had to narrow it down, these would be my top picks. Summer Friday's Rosebud Lip Oil and the Rhode Ribbon Peptide Lip Tint. Both beautiful, fresh, cool tone pinks, super juicy on the lips, not long lasting at all because it's a gloss and they just go on to look shimmery and beautiful while you wear them. And you must reapply, but these, the Summer Fridays ones, I just wear so much, so much. We're scraping the sides. We're getting empty there, but I have a backup, I do. And then the Rhode Ribbon is just kind of a little bit more thicker. It's kind of creamier. This is Rhode Ribbon. You can even see actually how much more thick and like goopy that is. It's substantial on the lips. This is the Rhode, this is the Summer Fridays. It's more of that, I mean, it's a lip oil. It's more oily and a little bit more sheer and thin in formula. Those two pink lip glosses, they've got us covered, and those are my top picks. So I know that was a lot. We went through a lot of products there. Like this could pretty much be like my 2025 beauty roundup, truly. When I inevitably film that video in December, I'm gonna laugh if I look back and it's like all the same products. I'll just re-upload this video. Be like 2025 favorites. No, because these are just the Sephora favorites. But yeah, a lot of products that we went through here. So many of my everyday favorites. Products that I always have in my collection, always have in my rotation, and that I wear on a daily basis. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Do we share some of the same favorites? Are there any new products that you think I should try and pick up for this upcoming Sephora sale? Let me know if there's any products that you want me to pick up and review for you. I'm happy to do so. But in the meantime, this is the creme de la creme, my absolute top picks, the best of the best products that are currently available at Sephora. So happy shopping or not shopping. If you don't participate, I also support a no buy, support using the products that we have. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it's one of my favorite times of year. I'm definitely gonna do some shopping. So if we find anything else, I'll keep you posted in another video. But until then, those are my top picks. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for a new video. Bye!